So I'm going to not talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome everybody to the Oakdale City Council regular meeting, November 10, 2020. Sue, would you do roll call, please?
Councilmember Ingebrigtsen.
Here.
Councilmember Olson.
Here.
Councilmember Swiper.
Here.
Councilmember Zabel.
Here.
Mayor Ranky.
Here. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First up on our agenda tonight is a public hearing certifying outstanding accounts. Chris, you gonna, oh, I'm sorry, Chelsea.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. Every year we certify delinquent utility, mowing, weed removal, and other inactive accounts. Only past due 90 days or greater, and then we certify them to the property taxes so that we do ultimately collect our money from utility accounts and things like that. So this year, the list may be a little bit longer because we did not shut off any, we didn't do any water shutoffs this summer. We kind of mimicked, the state said that utilities couldn't be shut off, mainly pursuing to gas and electric, but we were recommended to do the same by the league and a couple other sources. So there are some additional accounts on here, but typically the ones that were past due kind of stayed past due, and or that old account stayed past due and then new stuff was current. So this list is able to be shortened if people come in and do pay their past due assessments, which actually happened today. We had one of them come in to the tune of about $6,000, I think. So we're able to remove that one. And then if any others were to come in prior to the deadline, they would be removed as well, obviously. So all the property owners have been notified on average 8 times this year. Every time they get a bill, it shows that they're past due. They get separate notices as well. So this isn't new news. And they were all notified about the public hearing tonight as well. So with that, I would stand for questions and or ask that a public hearing be opened.
Very good. Counselor, is there anything for Chelsea? Okay, let's open up the public hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I will now open the public hearing for comments from the audience. Is there anybody here that would like to comment on this hearing? One last time, is there anybody that would like to comment? Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing and bring it back to the dais for conversation, or I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to waive reading and adopt resolution number 2020 certifying outstanding utility, mowing, weed removal, and inactive accounts to Washington County for inclusion on property taxes.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any additional conversation? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Then that motion passes as presented. Thank you. And the next on the agenda are approvals of 3 meetings. First one deals with the workshop that the City Council had on September 22nd, 2020. Upon review, were there any things that you'd like to qualify or change? Could I have a motion then, please?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion passes. Next on the agenda was the regular meeting of the Oakdale City Council of October 13th, 2020. Upon review, were there any qualifications? Could I have a motion then, please?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those meeting minutes are approved as presented. Thank you. Finally, we have the meeting minutes from the Oakdale City Council regular meeting from October 27, 2020. Upon review, were there any comments? Could I have a motion then, please?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And those meeting minutes are approved as presented. Next is in our agenda time called the open forum. Open forum is a chance for anybody that's in the audience who would like to comment on anything that's not on the agenda. So when you do comment, please approach the podium, state your name and address, and share with us what's on your mind. Is there anybody that'd like to comment? Seeing none, I'm going to close that open forum and take up the next agenda item, which is consensus motions. Tonight in front of us, we have one. Does anybody want to comment on it? Or can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve consensus motion A as presented.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion passes as presented. Thank you. Next up would be the advisory boards and commission. We have nothing in front of us tonight. And then it'd be the Community Development Director, Development Update. Mr. Streeter.
Mayor, members of the council, two items. The first is with regard to Helmo Station, which is the transit-oriented development there along 4th Street. We do have some significant development interest there in the multifamily area, and we're going to be bringing some information to you probably in December, first part of January, and describe for what's being proposed and how it fits within the plan. The second item is on Tanner's Lake. The development entity there is making progress. They've put together a circulation plan. They're doing some site planning, and hopefully in the first quarter, or the end of the first quarter, the beginning of the second quarter next year, we'll be able to come back, or they'll be able to come back and show you kind of where they are and what they're doing. And then I think that's all I have at this time.
Councilor, is there anything for Bob?
Oh, Mayor, one other thing, if I could. We were notified by Priority Courier that they have purchased the Schreier property, which is next to Park Tool, and they plan on moving their headquarters and their whole operation there, and we're working with them on a site plan. And we've been working with them for maybe about a year, but they just made the commitment on November 6th.
So the Schreier property is up on the north side,
Correct.
like you say, by Park Tool.
Red Oak Preserve and Park Tool, yep,
Very
on
good.
50th. That's everything I have, Mayor.
Councilors, was there anything for Bob? Okay, thank you very much. Next on the agenda is time with the city attorney, Mr. Thompson. Good evening.
Evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, nothing specific to report, but happy to answer any questions.
Councilors, anything for Jim? Okay, thank you, Jim. Next up would be the administrator's report. Ms. Volkers.
Mr. Mayor, City Council, I do not have anything.
Councilors, anything for Chris?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Council presentations is next. Councilors, go ahead, and if you have thoughts that you'd like to talk about.
Not tonight.
I've got three things. First off is that the federal holiday is tomorrow. So this is Veterans Day, and our city offices will be closed. Second is dealing with this technical term called canvassing of votes. And that's just a way of saying, look, we as a board are going to, or as a council are going to certify that the votes were accurate. And we have a special meeting to do that on Thursday. And we're going to have that meeting at 5:15. So again, that's a chance for us to accept the vote totals for the council races on the from the November 3rd general election. With that said, too, I want to say congratulations to both Councilmember Zabel and Councilmember Ingebrigtsen for your winning of your seats, apparent winning of your seats.
There was a canvas yet.
And then finally, all of us have been working or dealing with the road improvements around here. And so the notice that the project has been completed. This is the I-94, 694, 494 bridge and interchange project. That is done. So that's a huge effort that's been going on for a couple of years, and appreciation to Brian, his folks, the Department of Transportation, Minnesota Department of Transportation, and it's just awful nice to have that done. Anything else, councilors? Next up then is our summary of claims, and in front of us we have the roster of claims from October 24th, 2020 through November 6th, 2020, amounting to a total of $831,647.69. Upon review, did any counselor have a question or concern about them? Could I have a motion then, please?
Make a motion to approve claims as presented.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes as presented. Thank you. I didn't realize that I adjourned to go to the EDA.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
You do.
Can I have a motion to adjourn then?
So moved.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is adjourned. Thank you. We're going to roll right into the Oakdale Economic Development Authority meeting then. And Sue, would you call roll, please?
Commissioner Ingebrigtsen,
Here.
Here.
Commissioner Schlepper,
Here.
Commissioner Zabel,
Here?
President Ranky.
Here. In front of us, we have just a couple of things on our agenda. First one is the approval of the minutes from the last meeting, which was February 11th, 2020. Upon review, did you see any clarifications or things that you'd like to bring out? Could I have a motion then, please?
Motion to approve minutes as presented.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those meeting minutes are approved as presented. The one topic for business is the emergency home repair, an application for that. Linnea, good evening.
Good evening, Commissioners. Before you tonight is a request for approval of an emergency home repair loan. The EDA established the EHRL program in 2016 to support the goals of the Neighborhood Preservation and Enhancement Initiative and to implement part of the Housing Rehabilitation Strategic Framework. The EHRL ensures access to affordable capital for homeowners to complete necessary repairs and maintenance. The owners of 7680 23rd Street North have applied for an EHRL to make necessary repairs to their home, including replacing inoperable windows and patio door and the inoperable overhead garage door. The applicant has received bids for the necessary work, and the total project cost is expected to be $13,410.25. The interest rate on the loan would be 2% for a term of 10 years, and the loan would be secured with a promissory note and mortgage. Staff's reviewed the application for conformance to the policy and recommends that the EDA approve the loan request. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions the commissioners may have. Thank you.
Very good, thank you, Linnea.
Thank you.
Councilors, is there anything? Could I have a motion then?
I'll make a motion to waive reading and adopt Resolution EDA 2020 approving a $13,410.25 emergency home repair loan for the owner of the residential property located at 7680 23rd Street and directing staff to prepare and execute a mortgage and promissory note.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And motion passes as presented. Thank you. Thank you, Linnea. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And we are adjourned. Thank you and good night.